Alright, welcome to a normally unplanned stream. Oops, you didn't want to see that. Um, I'm gonna stream something a bit less common on this channel, which is Pokemon. Now, the website I've opened here is called Pokemon Showdown. For you that don't know what that is, it's basically uh, free Pokemon PvP online. So you can just build your team perfectly from any generation, any Pokemon, any kind of team, just split into tiers. And currently I'm in a draft league, which I wanted to stream from week 1. Just didn't happen, didn't manage to. So I decided, hey, now it's the time. I asked some people and I'm able to stream it. Now, first things first. We all know what Pokemon is. What is a draft? It's basically the multiple draft servers. You can. I'm not making like how it's called advertisement for anyone. I'm in so many. It wouldn't matter. But the one I'm right now is basically just a smaller one. Let me see. There we go. Basically, how Pokemon Draft works is you get a few of them, a few points, and then you can select those points in kind of a snake draft. I think it was 120 points for this league, and then, for example, okay, round 1 you want Dragapult, okay, got it, 20 points, you have 100 left, and you need a minimum of 9 to 10 months. And once you have that, each week you get another opponent, and then you prepare your mons against that opponent. Basically, what he has. Obviously, each battle only has 6, so you don't know what they will bring. Only know what they have, and that's basically the interesting part of draft. You don't only have the heavy hitters because you can't obviously get 9 mons with just the heavy ones. It's possible bringing slightly like mid-range Pokemon, like 13, 12 points a bunch. It's called top heavy, but then you're easier to predict what you will bring each week. So that's not really helpful. The interesting part is basically try to prep for any kinds of teams. I apologize for the dogs in the background. And especially if you can get by with some low point mods. For example, I had actually a draft season once where, believe it or not, all creamy, for example, the 4-point mon was carrying me so hard, which probably because I'm playing a lot of Pew. Anyway, with that explained, what I'm doing right now is team building. So currently I am. Don't get confused by the names. It doesn't mean like limited Pokemon. They just named their tiers. So basically, depending on what kind of tier you are on your skill, you're in a different tier. There's also Nova, but it's not on this dock. They have like their separate thing. And it's like I hate it when people just get to my door in the middle of something. Where were we? Yes, standings. So basically, Nova has their own dock because they added it like 3 seasons ago, I think. I was part of that. I managed to get first seed. Yeah, I need to show off. And that's why they put me in Sinnoh this season. Basically, right now I'm 5th. I had 3 matches already. First one I unfortunately lost. Funny enough, to the same guy that beat me in last season from the finale, so I didn't exactly dominate. Oh yeah, what I mean with first seed is basically those rankings. The top 8 get into the playoffs. And first seed is basically you play 8 weeks against random opponents, and whoever got first seed gets promoted. And then once we get into playoffs, which is just like from from any sports, finals, semifinals, quarterfinals, until one is left. I lost finals to actually Chiron, this guy over here, and he beat me in the Nova finals, and he beat me here first week, I think. Do we have the stats here actually? Sinnoh stats. Week one. Yeah, there we go. It was a 1-0, so he had 1 month left. It was misplaced of me. I'm not that good, but still. So with a lot of trivia pushed into your head, what I'm actually doing is I want to stream the rest of the 8 weeks, so 5 weeks left on this channel. So we have a bit of chill, not only me streaming Halo 2s. And yes, I know I wanted to stream more Company of Heroes, but yeah, that's. I need a bit more time until I get better in the game before I keep streaming it. With that said, oh yeah, there my other. Actually, can show you, for example, the Garrett game. Then what? Who else did I play? Meadow. I actually really wanted to beat Meadow, so you can actually watch the replays of those games. So let's watch one. Oh yeah, before what my team is probably what to show you. Actually shown here. So this is a doc that you can compare teams. This was last week. My team, enemy team, blue and red. This is what you see in speed tier, how fast your monsters. T stands for Terra. So those of you that play Pokemon maybe know what this means. For those that not, basically you can select one Pokemon per game and you can change its type. It's something they introduced in the new games. And in draft, you can basically pay more points for one than it normally costs and make it a so-called Terra Captain. Basically, it's the only mon that is allowed to Terra in the match. You can have up to 2. You can even bring both, but only one can Terra in the match. Right, this is my team. I got not high in the PRS, basically in the ranking after draft finish, but I think it does pretty good. We have the Palafin and the Chi-Yu, which are basically 2 heavy hitters, and I have no idea how the people let me get away with this. The Dolphin is just a menace that you always have prep for, even if you think he's a bad matchup. Same for you. They're both only 100 speed, which isn't that fast, but they hit like a truck. What people then criticized why I went with Sand, because I have Garnicle, which is a rock type, which isn't that great at first, but he's a pretty cool wall. He gets a bonus in Sand, like every rock type, to special defense. And since he's so great, you can also change his type and he just wall stuff. You also always need a ground type to have immunities. That's something you have actually to pay attention. So if you draft, there's some things you need to go for, like certain cores. Like often people go for dragon, steel, and fairy mons, and fire, grass, water. But also you need to have immunities. For example, my hippo, that's a ground type. I have immunity to electric, so I technically can get get my entire team get destroyed by electric types. Stealer, flying type, with actually Norvan as well, so I can avoid Earthquake. We have a Ghost type to switch into close combat, for fighting types. Dark types for the Psychic, which actually this is one as well, but you don't really want to switch anything into Chi-Yu, it's basically a glass cannon. Fairy for the dragons, so on and so on. Yeah, so my dragon, I have technically 2 dragons, but I have my dragon fairy core with Stealer, Tail, and Norvan. Also, Norvan I mostly picked for speed, because my speed tiers aren't that great actually. Now, only Screen Tail is pretty fast, and most times you don't want it to be fast, you want it to be thick, because it's a so-called cleric, it can heal my other mons. But mostly for sand with salt, because it has an ability called Sand Rush, which means as long as my hippo summons the Weta Sandstorm, it gets like double the speed. And since it hits like a truck, it's really dangerous. Basically, normally all that holds it back is the 75 speed, which is ridiculously low. But yeah, in sand it becomes a menace. Now, I haven't updated with the team I should be facing as my fourth one, but just so you know what's going on. Now, for example, this is week 2. That's the team I brought. And here's an example of why you draft cores. If you look at this, actually, this is another one. But this team basically had no single electric immunity. What this means is that my Dracosoul, which I just mentioned, which is an electric type that hits really hard, basically can just hit about anything. As long as I remove the Pokemon that are really good against physical attacks, I can just go nuts with it. And that's basically what happened. Let's start here. Oh, I should turn off the music. The music is a bit loud. Basically, Dolphin. I switch out because its ability is to transform. Only then it becomes this hero form. Ignore my nicknames, bad at them. Then why I went switch to Hippo, since we have electric type. Obviously, water still hits, but I was pretty sure he will go for a toxic. I also managed to set up my sand of that. I didn't expect substitute, but I would have whirlwind anyway. I expected basically a cheeky volt switch, in the hope that he thinks I switch out. Substitute basically is an attack. It was, you said, you lose 25 health, and you have some kind of puppet here that takes attacks for you for a total of 25 of your HP. It's good if you want to make some setup moves to boost your Pokemon or just eat some attacks. Now he switched into Ogerpon. Actually it's a she. She's as bad with nicknames as I am. Now Fire type, technically Ground type is great, but it's also a Grass type, which will help me a lot. However, I don't have a proper switch in because, well, I do have Neuven. Neuven is pretty goodish, but I did my calculations and wanted to chip it, so basically damage it, via my Earthquake, since it's only neutral. And I'm not that mad if Hippo loses some HP, since it can heal itself, or I can heal it with Scream Tail. But the chip is really important, because that would allow my Salt later to kill it. Now I switch out, and then Norban. Only just again, I resist. Barely any damage. I made it actually fixed, so normally Neuven you go for full special attack and speed. And I just straight up went for specifically this for a big Neuven. And now it goes for this. I U-turn out. It's effective damage, but yeah. I don't know why they called it that, but there you go. And see, yes, I called it no ground type. But bam, one shot. There we go. One of his important mons gone. Important mons gone. Now we don't risk, because we don't kill it with one attack. I paralyze it, so we have half the speed on it now, and there's a 25% chance for it to do not anything at all. Okay, substitute. Again, this is a possible set, but I expect maybe Specs or Assault Vest. One Specs is basically to give it higher special attack, let's go, and Assault Vest higher special defense. I heal myself, and basically now I technically have an advantage. Fairy beats Dragon. I see paralyzed, it didn't move, but this thing has barely any attack. Okay, it predicted the Fun Wave. I wanted to see what it does. Yeah, it goes for Toxic again. I switch into Hippo. He predicted the switch because he can Toxic me again. Switch to Neuron. We have the same situation. Unfortunately, Neuron gets a bit more damage in total now that I won. My own Sensation Storm. I'm healing. He went knock off, so I lost my boots. So if he had like hazards out, like stealth rocks or spikes, those basically attacks that put stuff on the field that hurt all Pokemon that switch in on your side or the enemy side, depending on set them. Garnacle, and here is the point where I actually screwed up. I had Fairy Terra, which would put me in a great position, but I forgot Terra. Yeah, I'm that stupid. So I basically lost my Garnacle for nothing. Well, not nothing, it still got the 60%, which allowed it. It allows Soul to kill it. Still not enough. And paralyzed. See, you can't know. It's 25%. I would have killed it. That's unlucky. A freeze. It's like a what, 10% or 25%? I'm unsure actually. I think a 10% chance to freeze with that attack. But thankfully I thought. Okay, and now it basically will be substitute and his own healing because he should have roost. Yeah, he just used it against my wish. So it's back and forth, back and forth. Why? Well, technically it's only good against this one and Wash anyway, since I got Wash low enough for Soul to kill. My only issue is that somehow I kill this mod, send up another Storm, and then just Soul clears off. That was the whole point. It was so annoying when it freezed again. Because with freeze, you don't know how long you stay frozen. It can be 1 turn, it can be up to 5 turns. And you can't really use items like in the game, so you have to hope you talk. Here I got lucky. And yeah, it basically goes who runs out of AP first. So AP is basically how often you can use an attack. I only have one more fairy. So I risked it. I bet on the paralyze. I did. I finally killed the dragon. Now here, pause. Technically, Dolphin can win, but I got too much damage. I thought maybe Dolphin wouldn't eat an attack straight up. I wouldn't want to risk a crit, so I just left it. And I knew, okay, this thing doesn't care because it has a shit ton of HP. It doesn't have an attack anyway, but I thought I could Thunder Wave it. No. So I did the last game I wanted to. I set the Storm. So it poisoned. It will kill it anyway, but this also means, yeah, that set me rocks. I have no idea why he let me do that. Now I have my Sandstorm, and I can just clean up because the biggest issue was Kyrium. I took it out. The frogs are actually really helpful. Again, was misplayed by the opponent, which to be fair I also did some. And then we just, the crit actually didn't matter if I calculated correctly. Yeah, at this point we already said GG, because it was obvious. There we go, clean. It's a shame I didn't really need to lose that Garnacle. Pissed me off, but yeah, so basically that's how the Pokemon games go. And what I'm doing now, why I started the stream, is basically I want to build for next week. So first I need to check for this week, I would say, but my opponent can play this week, so he had to extend, so I have 2 matches next week. But we first plan for his one. We need to go to the dock to see The teams. We play against a guy called Eric Brazers. First off, I'm going to change the teams so I can show you what the dog also actually does. But first, there's a Megalatios. For those that don't know what a Mega is, Mega Pokemon basically can only hold a so-called stone and get a stronger form, or sometimes weaker. There are some Mega forms where I personally think they're worse than the normal form. There we go, Dimension, Galar. Galar means he's from a certain region. There's regional variants from Pokemon. And what do we have? Zeraora and Pecharunt. Oh, I love Pecharunt, honestly. I used it last season and it was a lifesaver. Just eat so many attacks. Although I do think that Zeraora is basically overrated so much. It's really not worth using. I mean, it can be a threat. It is for me because it has Volt Absorb, I think it was. Well, it should anyway be immune to electric. Taking a bit, Tapu Bulu. And it basically what stops from my Salt going nuts again. Wait, we had Kinkabit and we had Tapu Bulu again. Yeah. Tapu Bulu. Yeah, those two are Terra. This one isn't. This was the last game one. And then we have Tornadus, I. Tornadus not before turn A. There we go. Tornadus A and T. Basically, this Pokemon has two forms. The T form's a bit more like animals, and mostly better. There's our version, for example, Landorus, which is basically this, but flying and ground, which would have been an issue. Hopper. I wonder if no way Hopper comes like Hopper with 2. But it would be cool, Tinker Tough. Really based pick. I like the Tinker line. Tinker Tonic especially. But yeah, I don't think they will come. So we have that settled. That's the speed tier for now. Obviously, Zeraora is just on really nuts when it comes to speed. It has strong physical attacks. It's kind of mid for me. I don't know how to explain it. Latios Mega is pain in the butt. The Tranquility Fairy is faster. And since it's forced to carry its Mega Stone, it can't be a Scarf. Normal Scarf would outspeed it, so I'm not that worried about it. Tornadus is a bit worrisome. Flying types that can like take out my Celestia. Again, we have Salt, we have Hippo, we have Garnicle, so screw that one. Kingabit is interesting. I don't have a real Psychic type that fears Dark. Celestia fears it because, well, I do have a Psychic type Screamtail, but due to its fairy typing, it's basically neutral. But Sinestria fears it. And Kingabit has a really annoying ability that it gets stronger the more of your allied Pokemon dies. So you normally use it for last. It's really slow though, but it has the attack Sucker Punch, which gives it priority. So it basically attacks first, no matter how if the opponent is faster. And since it's a dark, it also gets stab and it's high attack. So I need to watch out for it. Probably need to buff up my Steeler for that. I can even go Fairy Garnicle because it's part Steel, which is effective against Fairy. I would need to maybe go Terra Water. So I'm definitely bringing this one, especially for Kingabit and Keldeo as well. Zeraora. Terrawood would be great, but Zeraora would shit on it. Hippowdon would really be. So Garnica would need to take care of Caldeo. So Hippo can basically take care of Zeraora. Tapu Bulu and Gigabit. So Tapu Bulu would be a 9. And the Domantian can just run over my team if I'm looking at it right now. So Steeler is really the only thing I can put against Domantian. It's slow, but it hits really hard. Like, I can give you an example. There's a website called Smogon that you can look up Monstats. And look at this. This thing has 140 attacks. Even worse if it goes into Zen mode. Brutal speed, brutal attack. I mean, defensives are bad. So if I can outspeed it, I should technically destroy it. Ice type is obviously not that great single. Ice fire is actually not bad. But basically, if the Mentian at the end of turn changes mode to standard, if HP I'll send. Basically, I will probably deal just with this with a different what's called typing, since it's Terra, and Guerrilla Tactics, which is still a scary ability because it's basically a free band, so it gets 1.5 on all its attacks, but only select the first move it executes, basically like a choice item. You can give it another choice band, which is another 1.5 boost, so it's just nuts. What I would probably do. Well, first things first, Dolphin stays home. He's not that helpful here. Chinyu though. Chiyu. That one could actually be useful. It only has 100 speed. But on the other hand, only has 3 months of outspeed. I could give it Scarf. Or I could get cocky. And get fire. Boost the speed with an attack. So let's see. Showdown, Team Builder. So again, those are basically the last 3 teams built. How it works is you select a format. It's NetDex Draft. NetDex stands for National Dex, means every Pokemon is available. Because in the mainline games, some Pokemon are not available. Devs say it's because it's hard to make, but that's bullshit, and all the fans know it. Anyway, we go with You go. That's rune is always cool. Active Pokemon without disabilities. I mean, it's it's good to lower a bit. It's also not that great. Where its special attack is brutal. I mean, 135. Special defense is also not that bad, but the 55 HP is what's killing it. Nevertheless, what we have been benched because we have Bula Petrolatius, so we can. I mean, I could go Dolphin with Ice Punch, but we would need to do like God's Work and Ice is tickling Pitcher. But yeah, what I meant for is maybe instead of Scarf, use Flame Charge. Now, my physical attack is shit. Well, it's not shit, but it's below average. But this attack raises your speed by 1, which basically does this Choice Scarf does. Choice Scarf is basically the same thing. But for example, like you saw with Guerrilla Tactics, it limits you to the first move you select, which I don't want because I could now use the attack called Nasty Plot, which doubles my special attack. Imagine this doubled. This just it basically just says no to the existence of certain ones. Like if we go back to the prep thing, there's not a lot you can take a straight up hit from a nasty plot GU. Obviously, Dimension is a priority, so I need to watch out for that. And Sarah technically should still be faster, because I assume he's definitely also bringing something with Scarf, because he will think I bring Scarf GU. At least I would in his position. But yeah, it's a risky play, but obviously we take Dark Pulse, strongest or best step it gets for Dark type, since we have Latios and Pecharunt. It basically just says no you to those, and it hits a lot of his team neutral. And next one, the other steps, since it's fire, we take Flamethrower. No, I know some will like swear on, where is it? Firestorm, but Fire Blast was it, yeah. Because it's stronger, but it has only 80% accuracy. This one doesn't have the 120 damage, it's only 90, but at least it hits when it needs to. But yeah, with this setup, we need Scarf. We don't get limited though. Now, the question is what item I could get. Now, I could go with Specs, which give it a 1.5% boost to its special attack. Obviously, this means though we can't pull the Flame Charge Nasty Plot. Maybe a substitute, as you already saw. Assault with no balloon, but then it's only like a 1-use thing. Once it's hit, the balloon is gone. It's not like he has dangerous ground type. I guess I'll go with heavy duty boots. Basically, unaffected by hazards. We don't want to take those stealth rocks. I go risky and use life orb because screw them. Nah. Super expert build is also nice. Yeah, let's go with heavy duty boots. Now, the EVs are basically what you can give a Pokemon. The more you give, the more its end stats will be, in for example, speed, attack, etc. And the nature gives it different, what's it called, boosts to certain ones. So, for example, you see I have a nature that gives me minus defense, which I don't need anyway, and plus speed. For example, we see now we have max of those so-called EVs in speed, which gives me 328 with the speed nature. For example, go for a neutral one, it's down to 299, and if we go for something that lowers my speed, it's 269, so it's a big difference. Now, 100 speed, it's bad, and I would need to calculate actually. Let me open a calculator. A friend of mine made, well, there is a proper one as well, but a friend of mine did this one. So we go, basically this calculator is used to do the math. Now, as you can see, 252 special attack with a special attack boosting nature, with its ability that lowers the special defense of Pokemon with Overheat, which is a 130 attack, though I don't use it because it halves the special attack once after a hit. And for example, Obama Snow would get 1 hit KO, would get this percentage of damage. Just an example. Nice plot as a setup move obviously doesn't work. Worst possible move ever. I want to see somebody say that nasty plot on GU is bullshit. Anyway, why I'm doing this right now is not the damage. The damage I want to go maximum as possible, but I want to go speed. So what I really want to outspeed is always the Sarah. If not, then at least the Tornado. So we go Sarah Aura. It just gives me like sets that I used. We have a plus attack, so I think it will. I mean, he has so much speed advantage. Like my father is 123 and he's 143, so I don't think he will need to use a speed nature, but an attack nature like Adamant, for example. Man, I mean, my speed tiers are not great, but why did you have such big between the speed tiers? Jesus Christ, that kind of worries me for him. But I should be happy. Anyway, Zero. Now, what we are gonna do, we know that a non-speed nature one does not outspeed, but we give it one boost for speed, so +1, because we assume we're using flame charge, and we do outspeed that in total then, because total speed of a non-speed nature would be 385. With one level of the speed boost, I have 448. Now, I'm like really paranoid, so for example, if they take Jolly for some reason, maybe to counter Scar for we have 423, which is still lower, but it means I can lower my speed to until I be faster, which is 188, 423 to 424. I don't have anything, I think, indirectly in the hundreds that I need outspeed, so I can't go for a special attack nature. We go here, we use 188, we remove the thing. I guess we go. I mean, I don't really want to do flame charge damage. Do I really want also to give it less? Fuck it, let's go modest. Now, this is called speed creep. Speed creep is basically you don't always go 252. Like if you would play in a ladder, which basically just in a tier, random, then you just go full speed because you never know what you're facing. But in this case, I know what Pokemon I'm facing, what the speed tiers are. In this case, I can comfortably go to 188. Means I can put it in anything else that is left, which would basically always good idea to put it in HP. It's never wrong to put in HP. There we go. First mon ready. Now, as I said, he has, as you can always say by the calculator, Volt Absorb. The Zeraora can switch into electric moves. However, Zeraora doesn't like Hippo. Hippo's set sand for Salt, and Salt just does a no-no on this one. So what we are going to do is going to go Hippo and Salt. Hippo, let me check. Either I can copy from last time. I used it because technically it's just max defense and max HP. I needed to eat attacks, nothing more. It's and sand. That's what we're gonna do. We're going lazy. Now, don't worry, by the way, about my opponents in this team. They don't know about Thor. So they shouldn't know about me prepping. No. We have Smooth Rock, which basically Sandstorm lost 8 turns instead of 5. You saw that in the match I showed you before. Sandstream ability on switches Pokemon summons Sandstorm. We have Slack Off, kills it by 50% of HP. Whirlwind just forces a switch. Just great if a Pokemon decides to set up in front of you, so basically boosts speed, attack, etc., like I do with my fish. Surf Rock, we already saw it. Hazard took damage incoming switching Pokemon, and Earthquake, a strong brand stat. Especially great against Aurora. Aurora, even if it's not with attack, doesn't want to eat a pure 112 Earthquake with its defense. Like, its defense shouldn't be that great. So, Aura, there we go. 88 HP, defense 95, even if I'm not invested Earthquake basically gets. So we have that. No, I don't think I can straight up copy my soul set from last time. Let's see. We have. Yes, I'm still calling it not ground type. No, I can't because you still have all the so let's just stick with the. I will come up with better nicknames. Chat if you want to give me ideas for nicknames because I'm bad with it. Like a friend of mine last time made me call him after Yu-Gi-Oh cards. I almost thought it like a fan boy war between the Yu-Gi-Oh players and the Pokemon players. How dare you call Pokemon like that? Anyway, Tricemont gives it stronger attack. That's true, but in this case, I don't want to be locked because as strong as Bolt Break is, still annoying. And technically, it can outspeed the Aurora and Sand unless it goes for priority attack. So, could I risk it? Go Life Orb? I can see it actually. So Life is basically only 1.3 damage instead of 1.5, but you don't aren't locked in one of the first move you execute. However, you also lose HP. Volt Absorb is also nice. I have second Electric Immunity if need be. Hustle and the accuracy of my skill moves, but gives it the 1.5 boost, which would be great if you give it Band and this or Life of this, and just dash out damage. But I need the speed here, so Sand Rush. Speed doubled to Sandstorm and immunity to it. Oh yeah, all Pokemon that are not Steel, Rock, or Ground type get damaged by Sandstorm, so it's still good chip damage. So now we go Salt. We do basically the same thing. Oh, I can spell. Break Salt. We go full speed so we can cope with it. Do I have something in its range that I want to outspeed? Yes, the Bulu. The Bulu. Its speed ties. I don't want to risk the speed tie anyway. Being above is faster anyway. So Ferrothorn and thing will be probably broad, but they're so much slower. So I guess I could again call against the Aurora, so I outspeed it while in sand. So we have Sand Rush, we can see the sand double speed. Yep, it does automatically. So we have Sandstorm, we have the Aurora. A Bolt Break does damage it. Earthquake, Fire Blast, Dragon Claw. Now I need to see. So Fire Blast, Rackle. Great. Draco would kill it, but it lowers its special attack by twice. But let me see if Draco actually kills. So we remove Drainclaw and use Draco Meteor, which is 130. Draco doesn't kill a Zeraora. What? No. What? No. They really need the Earthquake for that? No way, right? Um. ah, do we need Fire Blast? Yeah, Fire Blast and Firestorm. That's what I asked for cheer. Do we need Fire Blast? Let's look at the map again. Not the map. Screen. I meant enemy team. I'll tap a Bulu, yeah. Because it's very dangerous. It's also ground, grass type, so it take something from my Draco, Ferrothorn, but also not appreciate Fire Blast. But I wanted Tribe subset because if I can set up substitute, so what you saw before, it could survive a fairy attack from it. The thing is, it's Terra, so. And it could kill Dimension because then it doesn't want to fire either. Let's see. We ignore that it's choice card for now. Fire Blast actually doesn't kill it. Huh. That's a new one. Boo. If you go with the defensive one, I still, in this case, I could still use the Bolt Break. So technically, I don't need Fire Blast. Ferrothorn. Yeah, Ferrothorn could be an issue. Let's see, Ferrothorn could use the Fire Blast. It still doesn't. Yeah, okay, to be fair. Soul's special attack is useless, it's just 80, and I don't really give it any special. I mean, this is not even the set I'm using, it has more special attack than I do. I am giving it like something. Wait, let me see how much special attack I can actually give it. I need to see. On a Jolly Sarah, how much speed would I need? And send. If we go naughty, so basically more attack, less special defense. I can play SM Storm is better than Scarf, so it makes sense that we have more speed. So, nope. There we go. 104 actually. I only need, since I also don't need really outspeed other shit. So we can go all the way down. Well, one thing we could do is obviously give it HP, but we also could be nasty let's be mean and actually calculate straight up how much he would get. How much special attack. So if I go back to did you have a Dom? Non-defensive set. Fire Blast, 90 cents. So how much special attack until we have a proper 100%? Jeez. I mean, technically it's close enough, but I don't want the risk of it living. Oh, jeez. Oh, jeez. I don't have that much. I would need entire 200. No, I don't have that much. How much can I actually give at max? Don't really invest in HP. 152. 152. It's close. It's close. Even more since I have life orb. Yo, somebody joined. Yo, is that you, Cannon? Sorry, I didn't pay, I was so into building I didn't even pay attention to chat. What's the other thing? Yeah, Tapu Bulu is what we worried about. Tapu Bulu and Ferrothorn, because he didn't kill either of those. So we go Bulu again. But at least if I give it really the 152 special, it's enough to like get chip damage on the Matean. 111. So it's pretty close to killing it if I damage it. But anyway, defensive Bulu. Sake, it's still. Obviously, we need fairy move. Just give it, for example, just give play rough. I think it does, but let's get it play rough. Not play nice, sorry. Play rough. There we go. Doesn't actually kill. But at this point, I can also use Bolt Break, to be honest. Actually, it would be a free HKO, but it would get Sandstorm damage as well. If I keep the full 152, does Salt need the attack nature for anything specific? That's a good question, Canon. That's a good question. I think it actually needed for Sarah. Let me check again. Yeah, if I have the attack nature, at least guarantees a kill via Earthquake. So if I go something else, let's just go Quiet, for example, it's at 95. And you know me, I don't want to risk it. If I don't have rocks up, this will be. Oh, it says guaranteed HQ of the Sandstorm damage. You might be right. Maybe I don't need it after all. What? Technically, I should be able to hit anything strong enough. Petra. Wait, how much does Petra take with a non-physical? Oh yeah. It seems I have mic issues. Sorry. I fixed that. Um, Back to that. So yeah, we have to go patch. We have to go attack nature for patch run. So now that you can hear it. This little guy just annoys me, but yeah. The Fire Blast is technically useless unless I actually give it like the full. I may as well go full HP just to live attacks. Because then Bolt Break does its job, honestly. I need a panic button. Draco Meteor also exists. Make sure Bolt Break gets the 2 kill. Uh, yeah. Honestly, I'm gonna leave Salt like that. If I can Draco Meteor, Bolt Break should kill what I need to. Yeah, we're gonna leave it like this for now. I mean, I can revisit it. You just came late, so you actually don't know, but my opponent delayed until next week. Um, huh. Bolt Break into Draco. Draco into Bolt Break. If I remove, for example, if we just go quiet, for example, no, quiet would be a bad example. Let's go something that doesn't boost attack. Let's go quirky. We go quirky. We've got Draco Meteor doing 50, 52 and 40. Yeah, see, that's risky. Because if we don't go attack nature, special attack or attack nature, oh wait, my avatar is fucking a bit around. Give me a second. Okay, so yeah, that thing is way too fake, man. I mean, if I give it quiet, if let's say I wanna boost my Fire Blast, if I get a low roll on Bolt Break for whatever reason, because my RNG sucks, right? I would be at 98% damage if I get like low roll on both attacks. Let's be honest, Kenan, do you want to risk that on my RNG? We can't afford to lose Salt here. Nah, man, I'm paranoid. I'm going. Wait, no, not ability. Nah, man. I mean, technically, I still don't kill it. Actually, yeah, after Sandstorm, then. Wait, hold up, Kenneth. We didn't call in Sandstorm damage, even though it says right here. Sandstorm damage would that actually Bolt Break? And the thing it would actually kill because Sandstorm still does damage to it. So you're right. I don't need the attack since I want my soul to be in Sandstorm anyway. I mean, unless Petrarant is fast outside of Sandstorm, so it doesn't matter. Although I don't think it will be like speed invested. Doesn't have to outspeed anything on my roster. Yeah, you know what? What I'm going to do is I'm going quiet. I'm going 152. Special damage. Let's cog all the beauties. Come on. Let's start with them. Wait, no. What am I writing? Wait, did I forget a Dawn? Jesus Christ, I can't spell. Just Choice Scarf, just for example. It kills. What if I go all my remaining EVs into special attack and go quiet? I actually kill. So obviously I don't want to ruin my speed nature. I will go something else like melt. No. Wait, no. It doesn't matter if Crazy Terrain is up. Crazy Terrain doesn't stop Fire Blast, does it? Wait, hold ups. I think Sandstorm is first. I think Terrain is at the end of the turn. It heals, like a leftover item. And Sandstorm is the beginning of the turn. Oh, God damn it! Why does Boo have Crazy Terrain? Do I have actually to Google this? God damn it! I'm using the German one because I cannot. If it's English stream, I need to go to the English version. So Crazy Terrain. Onwards. Uspov. Thing changes. That was orange. Okay, let's see. Okay, at the end of each turn. So at the end of each turn happens that it heals. Now let's go Sandstorm. Oh wait, no, that's the move. I don't need to move. I need the thing. Does it say? There you go. If great or encounter less than insert Sandstorm. Yeah, but when does it hit? Yeah, earthquake in terrain is it's not good. And battle. Oh, damn it! At the end of each turn. So don't Google if I'm googling. Sandship should happen first. We don't know that because both says at the end of each turn. Like, jeez. God damn it. This is the risky thing. Do I risk risky thing? Do I risk it? Yeah, my linguistic ability is showing off again. Do I risk it or not? Let me actually Google it like this. Pokemon. Water damage. Water rain. Oh, actually no. Let's just say water or terrain first. Yeah, no, AI, you're stupid. It doesn't really. Uh, should we actually ask the AI just describe it? Oh, okay, people, don't judge me that I'm using AI. This is really important. This is not something we need to figure out. Pokemon. If I have sense Tomware and crazy terrain on the field, which happens first? Okay, wait, what happened? No, 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 no. Where is it? Oh, there we go. Don't judge. And feather thing. But the effects resolve in a specific area. Oh, okay, okay. Listen up. Status damage, poison burn, weather effect, terrain effect, health items effect, and then abilities. So yeah, you're right. We could test it in a proper battle, but if it's true, then we do get the weather damage first. So at the end of turn, take some damage first, then receive healing from crazy terrain. Ignore my history. Ignore my history. Screw you. Screw you. We ignore that. I shouldn't have done that. I shouldn't have done that. I'm like that what Hagrid meme. Like I shouldn't have done that. Squid. Let's try. Let's try. We go for that. Sand damage and hope for the best. Seriously, screw Blue Man. Crazy Terrain. Stupidest thing on Pokemon Earth, man. Yeah. But it helped me stop the search. The question is if the AI is actually honest or just bullshitting. But we have no choice but to believe it. Right, next mon on the list. What could we use next? No. No, no. I will actually okay, you know what? I will tell you in James, I will not tell you on stream. But it's actually a funny story. Stop. Forget what you saw in the search history. God damn it. I will never use ChatGPT on stream again. Screw you all. Let's see what else could be. Stealer would be actually pretty good because obviously, I mean, I don't have Earthquake that I need to worry about unless Latios leads Earthquake. Yeah, I do actually because Um, how they said? I mean, Sub is again losing HP that I already lose due to um life up. So I rather keep more of my HP and Sub. I mean, Sub is also valid strategy, honestly, but if there's no crazy terrain, you just straight up murder zero. Uh, oh yeah, what user did you go with, by the way? Oh yeah, right. You didn't look from the start. You know what set I went with. Yeah, yeah. Listen, I really want the scarf just to not rely on flame charge, but nasty plot just helps me one shot what I need to one shot, or maybe at least two shot. So if I can at least two shot stuff, I'm happy about it. Stila, welcome back. Just to make it a bit easier, we copy the last set. Doesn't mean we use it. Ah, right. Yeah, come on. No. We are not using this. We are not using offensive stealer, my dude. Like, don't. Yes, oh my god, me. We are not using offensive stealer. Or do we? Nah, come on. I will regret it. I will so regret it using. Wait, I hate you. I hate you so much. Wait, do I have steel and I actually do I have steel imported? It's the slow one. Actually, let me import that one. Do you really think he brings Scarf down? No, right? No. Actually, yeah. If I'm bringing Scarf Fish, he might actually do that. Doesn't he get like down priority moves? No, wait. It only imported one. I need to delete all imported pre-imported sets. There we go. Let's go. Now listen. I want to know it, Sarah. Listen. If I use optimize and double the speed, listen. I'm just. Yeah, my opponent. What? Hold on. Don't tell me I'm watching the wrong guy. Wait. Why do? Oh wait, he did. That's yeah. It's from last week. I didn't properly remove it. Shame on me. You know what? We're moving Tinker Turf above there because I hate it when I have a hole. Yeah, there we go. That was no prior. Okay, good to know. Even better, I don't have to deal with Pharaoh Fang. Fuck. Um, That's even better for me because then I don't need to use flamethrower. Well, flamethrower, yeah, I can use a steel move. Because, well, for dimension, I guess. Oh, but yeah, steel move again. Just use steel moves. Um, Listen, I know this is cocky. I know. Hear me out. 440 speed. We can get even lower. If I get my Optimize. And what to get? And I get my bonus from not power hub, from what's it called, meteor beam, then it would be, it would still kill Zero. Wait, no, it's plus two. Why is it plus two? Did it automatically calculate the power hub? Wait, let me just remove it. Why is it plus one? What? I'm confused now. Why is it plus one? What did I click? Sure, I still need to hit Gambit. Yes, I am. I want my Steeler to do something. I mean, okay, last week it killed the Ferrophone, flamethrower, but I didn't get to do anything else. Like, okay, Dolphin won last week, but still. Oh man. I don't know, man. It's tempting. Okay, Meteor Beam Autocogs, which means that I don't kill it with a Meteor Beam. Yeah, that's useless then. Yep. Yeah, I guess we just go with standard. I'm going to eat stuff Stealer, which I had week one. I need to cork the special defense and defense, though I don't know. Yeah, Dolphin definitely put up the masterclass, man. It just said no, you. It saw Steeler go down, be like, "How dare you touch best girl?" and go nuts. Ah. I hate map. I don't want Cork anymore. That's why I don't like the building. I like the fighting, but I don't like the building. But let's see. He has more physical threats than special. I mean, the only special threat he has is Megalitius, unless I'm blind. Which, I mean, okay, Fornados. How much does Fornados actually? Okay, yeah, it's actually a great mixed attacker. But yeah, okay, I may need mixed stealer again. Clear important sets. Oops. Button import. Maybe I don't need other sets. Let's see what we can do. We don't switch into Zeraora unless I have something else. So let's see what Dom can do. Oh, that fucker gets access to flatlets. Oh man. Yeah, it make it. Alright, Fawn has seed with like nasty plots. I don't care. I don't care about nasty plots. Because I'm not letting. I mean, yeah, that's true. So what do you think? Should I go full physical Stella? Just say screw it, max HP, max defense? Or should I really try to creep and get a bit of special? And actually, maybe if we get a bit more defense, we can survive a Flare Blitz? With 196, we could survive a Flare Blitz from full health. Now I know this probably won't happen that I switch in, but also a chance to survive like 84 on a low roll is also good. Since, you know, I'm still taking neutral from Stealth Rocks. How many rock setters does he have actually? Moose. Oh, yeah. I don't think he's setting Stealth Rock anytime soon. So unless Stella is chipped, I could technically dunk on. I could heavy slam, but fuck it. Jeez. Hey Soul, how are you? Good to see you on the stream too. But yeah, if I like get a full, if I get like 1v1, I could live a full flare blitz and heavy slam him back. Okay, I hear you out. Okay, I'm hearing you out. Go for it. What do you want to do? Soul, this is actually Pokemon, believe it or not. I'm actually preparing for Pokemon battle later this week. No, actually next week because my opponent has a life apparently touching grass. Wouldn't know about it. But yeah, Pokemon is apparently a lot of math. Yes. There's so much to consider with Pokemon calculation. Trust me, it takes the fun out of Pokemon. Floatstone Hippo to survive special mixed Zeragrass. Okay. Wait. Yeah, but then I only have like what is it, like 4 turns of 5 turns of Sandstorm. At least Smooth Rock gives me my 8. So yeah, thanks. So I Just wanted to stream a tiny bit, with the competition going on. But also just because I want to get people ready for Pokemon. I want to stream a bit more on my draft battles. If you want to know what I'm actually talking about, you would need to start from scratch. Like stream from scratch, I explained what Pokemon Draft is, what building procedure is like. I mean, if I'm going full nerd on that, I would need a separate 2 hour stream, I guess, to explain most of it. But what I said covers it for a casual person. Wait, Floatstone. Right, Toffs. I mean, would he run Grass Knot though? Doesn't it learn like Ice Punch or something? Man, no. I mean, I appreciate it, but who will know that I actually use floats though? I'm not showing my pace because I know the opponents are watching me. Uh, Hey! We got a new sub, thank you. I don't know why it didn't show up on stream, but thank you. At least the sound happened. I blame somebody else. Ah. Why are you like the devil on my shoulder and tempting me with Floatstone right now? Ah. Nah, you know what? I love your input and I listen to you a lot, but I don't have I don't have the guts to actually do it. Why did it sound like America? Because normally I have an alarm. Uh, well, it's a shared channel, and like the guys that are mostly in charge of it had this effect when somebody subs, and it's basically just a shot. It's hard to explain. I don't know why it didn't show up. I'm gonna complain to somebody. But yeah. Um sound like American, Jesus. Wait, are Kenan, you're American. Is that why you could tell it? It could be. No, no, okay, I know. I can't break. No, I was about to be racist now. Because Gog is awesome one. Yeah, but we terror Gog, remember? There's only like there's no reason to keep it in rock because Zera lands close combat, doesn't it? Like there's zero reason to keep it rock here, except for tornadoes. Like the only reason you would keep Garg is tornadoes, but we want Garg to be physical defensive anyway, so I'm not switching it into tornadoes. Now, if I tear it into something grassy, you can't write this in chat, my man. No. Jeez. I know you're making the same jokes I would, but still, jeez. Give a second sub and you maybe see the effect. That's right. Give us the subs. Come on. I'm not racist on streams. I'm racist off streams. For clarity's sake, this was a joke. I'm racist. The all is inclusive. We love all. I love all. So don't listen to me. Okay, back to it. We come to GOG when we come to GOG. We keep Smooth Rock, and I want to call it. Wait, where is Sippo? I want to see how much Grassnot would do to me. Who decided it's a good idea to give Zeraora Grassnot? Hey, 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 look at this. Look at this. It's not even a full chance to hit KO. Jesus Christ, Ken, don't make me do a French joke on stream. You are a bad influence, you know that? I will not be tempted. Uh, but yeah, I mean, Grassnot. Sure, Grassnot is still special. But okay, let's use move Floatstone. It doesn't. Okay, it doesn't do a shit. Look at this. It removes 10%. It's just 10%. The Floatstone is useless. Yeah, but yeah, hear me out. Hear me out. Jolly does not matter. Grassnot is special. He's not running a special nature on Zeraora. Don't go, it's Jolly. No. He's not running special Zeraora. I will eat my... See that thing on my shoulder of my avatar? I will eat that live if he is running special Zeraora. I swear. By the way, side note to people watching, the artist I commissioned actually already sent me the first sketches for my new avatar. So I don't know how long this avatar will still be around that I'm using right now, but I hope that like in 1-2 months I can rock my new one, the one that you see in my logo. Uh, okay, fine. You know what? Just for calc's sake, 59 with Floatstone, and just I don't know, give a random other item. That's a 2-hit KO with Floatstone. I know Make Sarah is a thing. Neutral. Fine, there we go, neutral. Without Floatstone, 2-hit kills me. With Floatstone, it's a 42 percentage to that. Okay, now you're just lying to me. You can't tell me Spec Sarah is a set. Spec Sarah is not a set. You just made it up. It's like saying I bring specs Ferrophone. No, no. Would you really waste a slot for specs? Like, honestly, I was thinking band or scarf or something that just no scarf to outscarf my scarf, or how's it said, to I tell you how it's called. Band to just do more damage. Or life orb. Life orb is also an option for Zera, but I've never seen specs. Like I know mixed is a thing, but not specs. Come on. The issue is without Smooth Rock, um, only 5 turns. Let's say I get the perfect opportunity and switch it in. Then I have only 4 turns. Yeah, I will show you the build later. I will probably end the stream soon and build on it later, since I have an important meeting afterwards. Oh yeah, right. Live orb. I said it just myself. Live orb could be. Listen, live orb. Look, live orb. Floatstone still a 2-hit KO. If I use my Smooth Rock, it's still 2-hit KO. The Floatstone doesn't actually help me. Like, it saves me some HP, but Azera would still nuke me. Like, it saves me, what, 13%? It's like the really niche use. Yeah, life orb is possible. I will come back to that. Rabbi with Steeler. Okay, so 112 defense actually doesn't care about Zera and can survive Plasma Fist from full health. Doesn't care about takes the neutral close combat. No wait, that's the regular dam. I need Gala dam. Just give it 5 lights. Okay, no. You know what? We're doing this differently. We are going not to check how much the physical does. We're going to check Megalati. Okay, we're going for that. Yes, the Latias, not Latias. It's good. Yeah, if Tornadoes has Nasty Plot and Heatwave, you don't really want it. So we're going to see how much we can get away with. Still going with Calm. Mystical Fire is still a 3-hit KO. Heavy Slam. I mean, it's good enough. You don't want to give it like more. Wait, what if he has Thunderbolt? Because if I heard correctly, it also lands Thunderbolt. It's a 2% chance to one-hit KO. So actually, my spread is pretty good as it is. Will I be lazy and just keep it? Protect Leech Seed is always annoying. We have the we have the Heavy Slam for everything we need. Do we need Sand Headbutt though? That's the only thing. Petulant. I think Petulant is what I would need it for. Sure. Run physical defensive. Huh. Sand Headbutt doesn't do things. So I wouldn't really need it to. So could I give it instead? Wait, how much I have? Minus thing. I would something special would be nice. Do I need a flamethrower? Oh, I have King a bit. Yeah, I need to get past King a bit. So flamethrower it is. But Earthquake. Wait, do I have a special Earth move? Like I don't know, Earth power. Come on. Don't. But you busted. Wait, Earthquake. I mean, it barely does more, but I mean, I would have Leech Seed I need anyway. Zeraora. You hit KO. I don't want to eat those Plasma Fists. But it could kill a chipped one. And let's go with Sword Dance. Earthquake is not. Wait, how much would Flamethrower be? It would be a possible 2H count. Let's compare Earthquake again. Would be at least a 2 HKO, and this is only maybe a 3 HKO. Meanwhile, Cleave could bazooka me back. I have something for the Mentanian with Flamethrower. How much would I do to Syrup? Yeah, Earthquake does double. Question is what is more important. Don't want Stealer on it anyway because Plasma Fist just one-shots anything. Or even if I survive the Plasma Fists, I'm too slow to do anything. I would chip it for at least half its health. So if it's half, but it's 96%. But as it says, a Plasma Fist, and that's assuming I have full health. There's a 81% chance to one-hit KO. So we stick with Flamethrower. Just to wall what's next? Actually, I think I need to go now. I will do the rest of the team in a later stream. There's basically 2 months left. Just looking what I can do. Yeah, right. We do GOG later on. I won't have anything, but we'll do the set later. And Screamtail would be probably the best one. Like Skunting would be nice. Still a dark type for Lati, but Screamtail deals with it too. The Skunk has nothing else to do. It is 4 times effective against Tapu, but it can just tear itself out. So we just go with Screamtail. Okay, we have Screamtail. Screamtail we go. Actually, Screamtail can be a bit cheeky. Wait, let me copy the title so I can. Since I have the both matches next week, I don't want to confuse it. Who was it? Eric. Let's just say Eric. I don't want to write the full name because I'm lazy. Back to Screamtail, we could technically just go full speed, full. Now, Pun, why would you do this? 2 reasons. Let me go full speed. Now, it has 111 speed with speed nature because I want to outspeed Mega Latios at any cost necessary. So I can Thunder Wave it. Because they probably assume I'm fully special defensive, because Screamtail is really fake. I mean it. It's fake, boy. But going full HP is also good. And because I technically have the chance to speed tie the Tornadus. Now I can't do anything to Tornadus except, and yes, you've heard it, Thunder Wave it. If it's a non-speed nature one, which I assume it will not be because it always will want to, be something. Outspeed my Screamtail, it won't risk it. But just in case, a Thunder Wave would be awesome. Even more so since he only really has Zorora, which I unfortunately cannot Thunder Wave. We go Protect, just Scout moves, Wish, for obvious reasons, so it heals. And Dazzling Gleam. Dazzling Gleam. I can't spell. And yeah, I think that should be good enough. Does its fairy stuff, damages Latias. It's neutral to Kingambit, but you don't stay on Kingambit anyway, because you have only 90 defense. Yeah, at least it needs some damaging move, and Latias still doesn't take. Maybe my psychic. Yeah, no, psychic doesn't help me either. It has such low attack that you want stab anyway, so either psychic or boom burst. Boom burst. Hmm. Do you want boom burst? Would I want to call my chat? I'm cooking. I'm cooking. Listen, I know this probably won't happen, and Gleam only has 16 users, but maybe, just maybe, just calm mind and be done with it. Just don't want to sit in front of Pecha. Pecha though, Pecha wouldn't like to. Latios, like Pecha doesn't want a psychic attack. Latios, on the other hand, doesn't want to have don't have technically anything to kill. Oh, Chiyu, I guess, kills, and Salt has the 2-hit KO, so. Uh, Dazzling Gleam hits most stuff neutral instead. I mean, Psychic. I mean, again, don't want to sit in front of game, but Psychic doesn't do anything. The rest it hits good enough. Basically, question is, do you want to scare Screamtail? With Latios with Screamtail? By Dazzling Gleam? Or Petulant? It will switch out anyway. Unless it has some. Does Lati has some poison move? I don't know. Yeah, you know what? I'm just gonna leave it for now like that. And we go Garnacle. You know what? I normally need to go, but I want to finish the stream with a full team. Come on. I can do Garnacle. Last time I did Garnacle was fully special defense. Now I could go mixed again. So obviously Salt Curl, Iron Defense. Yeah, technically just Iron Defense. Go for Special Defense, Iron Defense to erase regular defense, and then go. Just could copy the set because Garg doesn't like Garg is predictable, but predictable doesn't mean it needs to do anything more than that. The only thing we want to know is what Terra it goes. Water would actually still be good because there's only blue and Zeraora that could technically hurt the water one. Latios still has a Thunderbolt, possible Thunderbolt. Steel would be nice, and it would, but it would stop the Mantian unless it tears, obviously. Would they have enough to deal with Boo? Latios has its own issue to deal with Chiyu and Sand Soul and Screamtail in a sense. Stealer also annoys it in a sense. Does Fairy fit here? Fairy is neutral to dimension. And so, wait, it's ice, right? How is water to ice? Oh, this is embarrassing that I need to look it up, but okay, that's embarrassing that I looked that, but I'm unsure now if ice is resisting. Yeah, water is resisting ice. It is. It's normal for fighting. Yeah, it's as and obviously I know that it's grass and electric. Be fine. Oh, it resists steel as well. That's great for Kingabit. Can eat the Dom's secret fire stuff too. And for tomatoes. As long as I keep those three away, I could technically not fear anything. The Mentium is Terra though. But really, I think water is my best bet here. Yeah, I think I will go and do just that. We just go with Terra, water. Oh, that should be it. Okay. No, I don't have nicknames for now, but that's my team versus Eric. And as I'm repeating for the third time, probably again, my opponent moved, so he would be my opponent for this week, but he needs to do it next week. And next week, my other opponent would be Hajimon. That's one fake team: Sylveon, Mega Aggron, Frankros, Slowpoke, and Dragonite if it has the right ability. This will be a pain in my butt. On the other hand, only offensive, it has Blaze. Ming Shao, I guess, is scary-ish if it has Terra. Tornadus T can be both, but we know Tornadus know it's his flying type attacks like Hurricane. Dragonite can be if it has Dragon Dance, like bulky Dragon Dance. If I let it set it up, I'm screwed. Blazemon only scary if I give it again the chance to do something. Yeah, but this is for another stream. For now, thank you for watching. This will be all for today. We have the team prepared for Eric. Next time I'm stream, we will prepare the second team. And then I stream both battles on the next week, on whenever that will be, probably Sundays. Like after the Let Loose, I'll probably start a new stream, rename this one to Pokemon, and stream the battle afterwards. Now, before we start, before we finish, as I said before, I will show you the other two battles. I missed. Yo, Shadow! There we go. I followed Raftlaw. So I'll show you the other two battles that we missed. Well, that you didn't see. Standings. So I showed you battle 2. Was it? No, battle 3 was it? 2. No, it was battle 2. I showed you battle 2, right? So I need still you to show you week 3 that I won in week 1 that I lost. I show you those before I leave. Where am I? Wait, am I? That's Sinnoh. Sinnoh stats. Oh, I was in Hoenn. Okay, so first we go for the thing. This will be a bit loud, but somehow is cooler with music. If it's too loud for me, I will mute it though. So this is what was the Ferrophone that I confused. I kinda screwed up. Which actually, I don't know if you can hear me while talking. I can hear myself. Yeah, I screwed up here, but I didn't really prepare the switching for on the wave. Luckily, you would think that it's bad that I got paralyzed, but luckily he didn't see the flamethrower, so he switched out. After seeing Optimize, he probably didn't expect it, or maybe he did and just stayed in. I don't know, but it got the Ferrophone out the way. Now here's where I screwed up. My plan was the Power Herb, Meteor. I knew from the preview it was electric. For some reason, I thought maybe he lets stay in, but no, obviously it went Thunderbolt. So that's a sacked Stella. It shouldn't be. I would have won with a higher difference. So we just let Northern take a lot of Gliscor damage. Switch out, Switcheroo. I was so happy when I realized during team building it has actually Switcheroo. Means I could either Gliscor or just like stuck them in and stop them from doing their thing. Get in my Scream Tail, because we don't care. Should have predicted the switch. But, you never know if the opponent will make a mistake. Toxic Spikes, at least we now know it's more probably. Yeah, it's a standard set. It then probably has either Earthquake or Roost, was my thought. I sacked the Neuven to the U-turn, so I can go with my Skuntank, eat the poison thing. He didn't risk it. And now it's time for my Palafin. I assumed he sets the spikes again. I know U-turn or Earthquake don't really think, because he was definitely not attack invested. Got my second in. He probably realized Well, this was the quick one. I didn't say too much of it because, yeah, it's pretty much obvious. The double flinch killed me. By Steel or Stealer, if I had survived, I would have won. And the rest was obviously misplays. I misplayed my Sinestro by not bringing Drain Punch. And gonna kill. It's also not some misplay also gonna kill. It was just a bad game. I should have won this. It wasn't a bad matchup, but there we go. With that said, have a nice evening. Thank you for watching. See you next time for Hell Let Loose first. And maybe if I had time, we also stream building the second team. Good night.